Hey everyone, as always, Dylan, Miller Prospecting, and today I'm going to shoot a hopefully short video about ROI, recovery of investment, and how I calculate it and why I calculate it the way I do for my Paydirt reviews. Now I know the first thing a lot of you might be saying is, I don't have it written out right. It's supposed to be return on investment. Well, a very wise Paydirt miner emailed me a while back, and I used to say ROI, return on investment, and he showed me the real formula for calculating an ROI. And when you do that, a positive number is actually negative. So if you make a profit, it would show up as negative 20%, negative 30%. And when you're reviewing Paydirt and you tell somebody, oh, I got negative 20%, it doesn't sound good. It doesn't sound good at all. So me and most reviewers, 99% of the guys that go out there and review Paydirt are going to use an ROI with a formula very similar to mine. The only difference is maybe if they include shipping or not. But the formula is going to be the same. So that's why I started calling it recovery of investment. So it's just me. Wise guy complaining to me. I decided to change a couple things up. I can learn new tricks all the time. So let me show you my formula, and this is the formula that most sellers will use. So here it is. GRV divided by TC equals ROI. Now I know that's a whole bunch of gobbledygook, but what it means is GRV equals a gold recovered value. TC equals total cost including shipping. Now I know that's what, for me, this is my formula for including shipping. I know some reviewers don't include shipping, but in a minute, I will show you and tell you why I do include shipping in mine. So, but what all this means is you essentially take the amount of gold you recover and you divide it by what you paid, and that's what your ROI is. So if you recover $40 worth of gold and you paid $40 for a bag of Paydirt, that's a 100% ROI. You broke even. You did. That's a really good bag in my opinion. Now, if you paid $40, if you recovered $40 of the gold and you paid 80, that's only a 50% ROI. Not the best, not the worst. It could be a lot worse. I've gotten bags with no gold in them. Now, so that's the general basis on how I calculate my ROI and why I do it. Now, let me tell you why I include shipping, and there's a very specific reason. Because if you watch my reviews, you'll see I do everything methodical. I have very calculated formulas for as many things as I possibly can because I want every review to try to be the same. I don't want all my reviews to be just on a whim. Say, oh, well, I'm going to give you a 10 just because, you knew how to spell my name. And I'm going to give you a 0 because, I had a bad day at work today or something like that. So I wanted as many things, because fun factor, things like that are variables that are going to change. So I wanted as many things as possible that I could have stagnant or set the way they are. So let me show you how I do this. Now here's going to be two sellers that we're going to use as examples. So seller number one is selling 1 pound of Paydirt with exactly 1 gram of gold added. The price is $49.99 plus $10 shipping. Now I recovered exactly 1 gram of gold. So that's what I recovered. Seller number two is selling 1 pound of Paydirt with exactly 1 gram of gold added. Price is $59.99 plus free shipping. Recovered exactly 1 gram of gold again. So now you have two different sellers. The price is exact same, but the shipping for one is free and the shipping for another one is $10. Now the price of gold for this example is going to be used as grams is $40. So now let me show you my results. Now these are my formula and my results. So I do gold recovered divided by the amount spent, and that's total amount spent with shipping. So if you see these, you can see the formula right there on the screen. In both sellers, I had the exact same ROI because I did the total amount, right? So there's no matter what, I'm going to get the exact same ROI because I'm using the total amount, where they both ROIs were 66.68%. Now, I know some sellers don't like to use shipping because they say it's just something that goes along with the territory when you buy stuff online. But that's not true. You don't always pay for shipping. Sometimes you get free shipping. Now, when you get free shipping, that means you have to calculate how much that shipping's value is. So let me show you another reviewer. And this, I'm not picking on any names. There's a lot of reviewers out there, and I'll tell you some that I've seen that have done some horrible things with these things. So here's the formulas for the second person. Now they essentially are doing the same formula as mine, except for they're not adding shipping. When what they're doing is when a company gives them free shipping, is they're taking out the shipping cost they read on the package or their best guess. And that's where you start making big mistakes because there's a vast difference in the price of shipping from where you're at to where it's going to if they insure it and how they actually even pay for that. So here's a second seller who does not use shipping or a second reviewer who does not use shipping. And here's the results you get. Now again, they $40 per gold is the price of the gold. They recovered exactly 1 gram. Now seller number 1, because they're not including shipping, they had an 80% ROI. Now I'm not saying that's wrong if that's how they're going to do their formula. But now what I'm saying is seller 2, they also recovered $40 worth of gold, but now they see on the package he paid $7 worth of shipping. So they subtract the $7 and they make his cost $52.99. So that seller, now he's got an ROI of 75.46%. Now do you see the difference? Both, you recovered the exact same amount of gold. You spent the exact same amount of money, and yet you have 2 different ROIs with this formula. With my formula, there's always the exact same ROI. You could have 1,000 sellers. If I recover the exact same amount and I pay the exact same amount, all 1,000 sellers will be the exact same. So that's why I include shipping. It's not because I don't think it's an included charge, because it is. I know I'm going to pay shipping when I order something online, 90% of the time. But there is free shipping. And I don't want to penalize the sellers that give you free shipping by telling me I'm going to guess on what you paid. And there's also another real problem with this is there's sellers out there who add price. That's how they make their money, is by adding a price to shipping. In fact, there's one seller out there who I recently saw had an 8-ounce bag of Paydirt. Now, typically, an 8-ounce bag of Paydirt shipped anywhere in the United States would probably cost you about $3.50, maybe $4. About $4, let's say. He was charging $18. So now if you don't include that in your ROI, he just ripped you off for 14 bucks. So that's why I include the total cost, because you're always going to get sellers like that. You're going to get sellers who are going to say, oh, well, I'm going to charge you extra $2.50 because I'm going to the post office. Well, that's part of your business, is going to the post office, just like it's my part of the business to calculate the ROI. Now, there's another little thing in there that I didn't mention, and that's, or I did partially mention, it's the price. If you ship a small box, a small priority mail box, which is what 90% of Paydirt sellers send their Paydirt in, is those little small boxes. If you ship that from the post office, it costs you $7.20. Now, if you ship that through eBay, it only costs $7.05. So that's a difference right there. It's still the exact same package. It still got you the exact same time. It is a different price. And that difference in price goes up the larger the package is. When you get a large priority mail box, there's a $1.25 difference in price. Now, as a Paydirt reviewer, I don't want to sit there and be nitpicking and saying, oh, well, did he insure this box? Did he double back? I mean, then you start getting into all kinds of variables that can totally change the ROI, and it's not fair to the sellers. The best way to do it that I have found personally is to include everything. Now, it gives it, and since I do this for every single seller gets based on the exact same criteria. When people are using this formula, they're basing their ROI on what they want. They're essentially can manipulate the numbers. And I've actually saw one reviewer, and he's since gone. He's no longer reviewing. He's went back to whatever he was doing before. He once used his formula, and he didn't charge for shipping. And I believe he paid $49.99 for a bag of Paydirt. He said he deducted $20 for shipping. So his ROI was astronomical. And I know who that seller was, and that seller ships in a flat priority mail box. Small flat priority mail box. There's $7.50 total. But that's $12.50 that he got to carve out of the ROI. You know, I hope that makes sense to everybody. But the way I do it, and the reason I do it, is the way it is so everyone is equal. 100% every review I do, they will get the exact same ROI based on the exact same formula. In this other formula that I've just shown you, not so much. You can flex it, you can change it, you can add a little bit if you like that seller, you can take a little bit off if you didn't like them, and you just don't know. But anyway, like I said, I knew this was going to take too long because I started talking, and once I start talking, I can't stop. But anyway, thanks again, everyone. Thanks for watching. Again, Dylan from Miller Prospecting, and this is how I do my ROI and the reason why I do my ROI. Thanks as always, and make sure you hit the subscribe button. It's somewhere at the bottom of this screen. See you next time. Happy panning, everyone.